I'm not teaching, I'm publicly learning. But hi and welcome to Learning for the Life in UK Test part 632. We're doing morning stretching, and if you participate in morning stretching, this is the honors. We want to do a little video about how to visit the Parliament and the devolved administrations. The UK Parliament can be listened to the debates via the House of Commons and House of Lords from public galleries. People can contact their Member of Parliament to get a ticket, but people can also queue and wait for an hour. The entrance is free. More information are at parliament.uk. People can visit the Northern Ireland Assembly, where it's in Stormont and Belfast, and they can go to nyassembly.gov.uk/visit-and-learning, or they can contact their Member of Legislative Assembly. The Scottish Parliament at Holyrood in Edinburgh can be visited, and you can book tickets, and you can go to visit@parliament.scot, and you can call 0800 092 74600. And the Senate in Cardiff Bay in Wales can be also visited by booking a tour, for example. And people can go to Senate.Wales, just Senate.Wales, that's the web address, Senate.Wales. We have here an email, visit parliament.scot, and here the web address, Senate.Wales, 0300 200 6565. I have a second camera, let's try to save it in a video. The UK Parliament and the devolved administrations can be visited. And the Parliament, the UK Parliament in London, that can be visited, and people can listen from the public galleries in the House of Commons and House of Lords to the debates. And the entrance is free, but if people haven't had a ticket for example, contacting their Member of Parliament, they might have to wait in a queue for 1 or 2 hours. And there are more information at parliament.uk. Also, Northern Ireland Assembly in Stormont and Belfast can be visited, and people can contact their Member of Legislative Assembly, or they can go to niassembly.gov.uk/visit-and-learning. And also the Scottish Parliament can be visited. People can book tickets, and people can call 0800 or 0800 092 7600, or we can go to visit@parliament.scot, and people can visit the Senate in Cardiff Bay in Wales, and that can happen by booking tours, and people can get information at Senate.Wales, or they can call 0200 300 6565. And that is according to the Life in UK Test Handbook, page 122 and 123. I think I have it correctly. I'm going to stop the second camera. I'm not going to look for my notification. And we have a little time left to go on. The Council of Europe. The Council of Europe has, where they have 47 members. It were 56 Commonwealth and 47 members of the Council of Europe. The Council of Europe has 47 members of countries, including the UK, and is responsible for the protection and promotion of human rights in those countries. It has no power to make laws, but draws up conventions and charters, the most well-known of which is the European Convention on Human Rights and Fundamental Freedoms, usually called the European Convention on Human Rights. The United Nations is part of United Nations and international organizations with more than 190 countries as members. The UN was set up after the Second World War and aims to prevent war and promote international peace and security. There are 50 members on the UN Security Council, which recommends action when there are international crises and threats to peace. The UK is one of 5 permanent members of the Security Council. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO. The UK is also a member of NATO. NATO is a group of European and North American countries that have agreed to help each other if they come under attack. It also aims to maintain peace between all of its members. When we're going on with respecting the law, now there's more to the government, the judiciary and the police, and also the criminal courts and civil courts. We are planning a big video, like we did just with visiting the UK parliaments, about the government. But we first have to go through it all again. We already did the whole book, so we're going on before we go on with the video. And we have a little more to the legal stuff. We could maybe make one video about these things, the Commonwealth, the Council of Europe, the United Nations and NATO. We will do it properly. So in the next video we will go over these 4 things, the Commonwealth, Council of Europe, United Nations, NATO in detail, and then we learn it also so that we're able to make a presentation that just say who these 4 communities are and of which the United Europe is part of. If you're here for that, you can go directly to the next video. We will do now the morning stretching. If you participate in the morning stretching, sit here on this. Now they always start. Legs are standing at one shoulder wide apart and we're doing forward shoulder circles. You got the back, up, in the front, and down. You got back, up, in front, and down. Last time. And now backwards. Front, up, back, and down. And last time. And now we're breathing in and lifting the shoulders up. And breathe out and then fall down. Breathing in. And out. Again in. And out. And then last time in. And out. Next exercise, the upper pucker. Breathing in, lifting the arms up. Now we're reaching high and we're pretending to take an apple, hanging high on an apple branch. And a few more. And the last 2. Now we're doing a shifter. Arms up to a T, legs wide apart, we're breathing in. And out we're shifting just the upper part of the body over to one side. Breathing in into the middle. And out over to the other side. Breathing in. Out of the breathe in. And out over to one side. Breathing in. Out of the middle. Again in. And out over to one side. Breathe in into the middle. And out we're leaning over to our knees. We are doing the buffalo fighting its hangover. Breathing in. And out we bring one shoulder in front. Breathe in the shoulder back. And out one shoulder in front. Breathe in the shoulder back. And out one shoulder in front. Breathe in the shoulder back. And out the shoulder in front. Breathe in the shoulder back. And out again the shoulder in front. Breathe again in. And up again. And out and hanging down. Breathe again in. And out we go over to one leg. Breathe again in. And out over to the other leg. Breathe again in. Out back into the middle. Breathe in. And out we're coming slowly with the round back up and making it the top a bit with shoulder. Next exercise, the garden pose. Without supporting to the outside, breathing in all the space between the heels, breathing in and lifting the arms up. And breathe out with sinking down and replacing the elbows against the insides of the knees. And now breathe in and straighten up the back. And breathe out, becoming the back up. Breathe again in. And out we down again. Breathe in and straight up the back. And breathe out straight again. Come out of the back. Breathe in. And out the last time down. Breathe in and straight up the back. And breathe out, becoming slowly in one straight line up. And we're doing the seahorse pose. We've got a standing leg. We're placing the foot of a standing leg on top of the knee of the foot of a mobile leg on top of the knee of a standing leg. We're breathing in. With only if you can do it without injuring yourself, and out and going down. Okay, the Commonwealth. The head of the Commonwealth is the King of Britain, or the Monarch of Britain. And it has 56 members. The membership is voluntary. It has no power over its members, but they can suspend membership. The Commonwealth is based on the core values of, and they have core values of democracy, good government, and the rule of law. And we're having the shared goal, and we're working together to achieve the shared goals of democracy and development. The other leg. There you go. Commonwealth. The Council of Europe 47. There's an asterisk 47. And they try to protect and promote human rights in all of the countries. It has again no power, but they have, for example, made the Charter of the European Convention on Human Rights and Fundamental Freedoms. Okay, last exercise. We are breathing in and out. Again in, out. And in, out, in, out, and last strong breathe in, out, breathe in, out, now breathe in the council legs, and out. That is the morning stitching. I'm going to look for more notification. I thank you very much, and until next time.